And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Another shout out to Kenny Clark from the UCLA football team in Carter High School in Rialto. He's going to hear his name called during the NFL draft this upcoming week. We love Kenny Clark, and he's got a long NFL career in front of him. So we're happy to have him here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training, Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, and of course, Remax Advantage. Now joining us on the show, just back from Hawaii, a nice business trip for the Lady Highlanders here. It's the UC Riverside women's golf team and your 2016 Big West Conference champions. Ladies, maybe we'll start with Coach over here. How does that sound, Coach? Big West Conference champs, the first conference title, right, for the program?
That's right. It just sounds amazing. You know, I don't know if it's totally sunken in for the girls, but it feels fantastic. Sounds great. We'd like to have more.
So the first of many, hopefully, right?
That's right.
That's
UC, the plan.
That's the plan, right? Of course, that's the plan. UC Riverside won the Big West Conference title in Hawaii just this past week. Actually, just a couple days ago, technically, right? So when did you girls get back?
Wednesday night.
Or Thursday morning.
Like 2
a.m.
2 a.m. And raise your hand. Who had class that next day?
You guys are gonna have to step
like all of you, right?
Closer.
Yeah, step closer. I told you I'm loud. I apologize. I like to shout and yell. So you get back, you win the Big West Conference title. So professor said you got to come to class. You can't skip class. Because we're probably getting close to finals. No? Midterms. So it's important, right, to be in class at this point of the year. So you go into the final round, and you're down, right? So what was, and maybe we start with Coach and just go right to left, what was the message going into the final round? Like, hey, ladies, we're down, but we're not out. We're still right there. We need some low scores here to, get us to where we need to be. So it was Cal Poly, right, that was in the lead going into the final round of the Big West?
That's right. Cal Poly was in the lead by 3 shots, and we were in second place with Long Beach State. And the message was, play as cleanly as possible, avoid mistakes, really. And we had some pretty good strategy on the golf course. We've been in this position before, and, I told the girls that it was going to boil down to how we did around the greens and making birdies and putting ourselves in good positions for that. And we were able to take care of business. So I'm really, really proud of the girls.
And how about Jakisha Lee? You're next up. You're in the tee box right now. So what did you think going into that final round? Knowing that you guys were still there. You're still in the hunt.
Well, Coach was just saying that we had to, mostly around the greens, that we had to just make our putts. And I think we all really like chasing after it. So coming from behind, that was what we like to do.
So instead of being like the leader of the pack and everyone chasing you, maybe flying under the radar, maybe just a little bit because you hadn't won a conference championship before, and then kind of maybe sneaking up on everybody, right? Mm-hmm. All right, next up, Hannah Facchini,
yes.
The pride of Hanford West High School. Bullpups? Huskies.
Huskies.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's your rival.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Cool.
Hannah had a all Big West first team, right?
Yes.
So it's a great tournament for you.
Great, yeah.
And I think you carried in the hardware here. If you're watching us live and amplified right now on the Inland Sports Channel, they brought the trophy in, and it's huge. Can I get a picture with that actually when we get to the commercial break? Okay.
Yeah.
Just talk about your tournament and what it means to actually bring this hardware back to Riverside.
Honestly, it's still really speechless to me. I'm still really speechless about it. It just means so much to us and our team, and the support we have behind actually winning this is just amazing. We couldn't be more thankful for it. And I mean, I had a great season, I had a great tournament, and going to the last day, it was just kind of like I had nothing to lose, so just go, leave it all out there, and just drop some putts. We had a really good game plan going into the day, and we just got the job done. So it's just really, it's kind of like a little Cinderella story for us. It's really great.
Haley Wyan, so you all have the medallions, the medals around your neck, but you wear that to school? Do you walk around campus like, oh, look what I got? Oh, did I have this on? I didn't even notice it.
No, we don't. Just for special occasions, but I mean, it was so cool to get these. I mean, just the emotions after the round were, it was all surreal. Just
being with the team and everything, you could just feel the connection and the love and support we all have for each other, and it was a really, really cool experience.
And finally, Krista Tweet here on the end, because we're going to get to Paris Griffith in a second. She's live on the phone. I want to hear her story, because nothing's bigger than the Inland Sports Show. So for her to miss this, I got to hear what's going on. But Krista, down here on the end, so you guys come back in the final round, kind of like they said, the Cinderella story for you guys to actually win the Big West Conference title. When the scores were coming in, did you girls think, okay, I'm doing some math in my head, like, is this really happening? Like, what did you think, Krista?
I mean, I had no idea going like 17, 18, I had no idea where we stood. I know the girls back on the last few holes, they more knew, but it was for sure like nerve-wracking making the last few putts, but I don't know, like we just watching the last couple groups come in, it was like we kind of knew we had it, so it was just, yeah, it was a cool moment for our whole team.
So the ladies in studio right now, who was the last one to come off the course?
Paris.
Paris was.
Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got Paris Griffith live on the line. Paris, listen, everyone knows the Inland Sports Show is a very big deal. So what are you doing today?
I'm actually in San Diego. My hometown. My cousin's getting married this afternoon, so I had to come up last night for rehearsal dinner.
Okay, well that's a good excuse. So Paris, you're on the course. The rest of the girls have finished, and they see the scores probably starting to trickle in at this point. So did you have any idea that your team was in the race? Like, did you feel any pressure maybe finishing up those last couple of holes?
Like Krista, I really had not much of a clue going into the last half of my round. I mean, I think about on 13 or 14, my coach came up to me and just saying, hey, you know, we need to be clean, let's just get out of here with some pars, and I think we're going to have a good day. And so I think at that moment I kind of knew maybe, you know, we had, you know, gained some stroke from earlier in the round. So pretty much at that point I think I knew.
So Paris, at what point from when you actually got off the course to when you started celebrating, when you did the math, you're like, okay, before they even write it on the big board, we got this? Like, was your teammates there waiting for you? Like, what did you shoot? What was your final? Like, I think we just won this.
Right. Well, I was coming down 18, and since I was the last one to finish, my coach had been walking down with me, like, basically the whole hole, and we were going through all the shots and stuff. And on the green, you know, everyone's there, and I was in the final group that day, so, you know, everyone is out there watching my group come in. And I could just tell, you know, the energy of my team versus other teams was just...
Wait, so what were you girls doing? You like jump?
Yeah, we were like hugging each other.
So Coach over here, were you stressed out? Like, what was going through your mind as Paris is finishing up here and you're like, oh man, are you watching like every stroke at the end? Or do you try to back off and let just Paris do her thing?
Well, what you guys don't know is that the players don't have access to the live scoring, and the scoring is updated every 3 holes. So as coach, we have access to that and we're watching it, but it's delayed. It takes a little while for those 3 holes to complete and then for it to post. So going into 13, when Paris was on 13, Krista was just beginning to wrap up her 18th hole, and Jakisha had posted her 2 under par round. So at that point, our lead had dwindled from the high, which was about 7-shot lead, down to 2. So although that sounds like we got it, we don't really have it when we've got 5 holes left to play with our final player. And we have, and lots of teams have lost a lot of strokes in 1 or 2 holes. You can have a turnaround of 10 shots between 5 players. I mean, that's extreme, but I mean, it's happened to us before, so nothing's really guaranteed. And I was kind of pushing the girls to continue to go after the plan, which was we just wanted to make as many birdies as we could that day. And so Hannah knew she had 2 birdie holes coming up. Paris knew she had 2 birdies coming up, 2 birdie holes. And Jakisha's 2 under par was pivotal for kind of keeping the energy going, because I told the girls that Paris had posted that. And Krista had a really solid round, so at the point that Krista posted her number, I knew that Paris really needed to par in, and Hannah had a phenomenal back nine where she was 2 under par, or 1 under par, right? 2 under, excuse me. And so we kind of had it, but like I said, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Strokes can go away pretty quickly. The other team can catch on fire. So you never really know until the last putt really drops. Or for us, it was, once Paris was on the green, we can't really mess it up. So,
well, we've got Paris still on the phone real quick. So, Paris, are we holding up the wedding? Are you guys good?
No, I have all the time.
Okay. I just want to make sure, bride and groom aren't at the altar waiting for us to finish up our show here, waiting for Paris. But Paris, before we let you go here, let me ask you, there's still some unfinished business. You got the Big West Conference title. You finished 4th at the tournament. Now you girls find out on Monday, right? To find out who, is where you're going to go, who you're going to play, right, all that stuff. So Paris, what are your thoughts as you continue the season and go to, it's the regional, right?
That's right.
You find out. So Paris, what are your thoughts of keeping the season going and see where it takes you?
I'm just super excited for the team and all of our capabilities and everything we've accomplished this season. I think we have a really good chance going into the regionals, and we're coming off of obviously a really good win here. So I think we have nothing but positive vibes, and I think we're just going to keep our spirits really high and hope for the best.
All right, Paris, enjoy the wedding. We appreciate you calling, and we'll let you get back to the wedding festivities.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having us out.
All right, that's Paris Griffith live on the Inland Sports Show. Paris, we'll talk to you later. All right, that was Paris Griffith. So, ladies, no seniors, right?
That's right.
So, Coach, you said, hey, this is hopefully the first of many. Can you see this team, I know there's still season in front of you this year, but next year putting together another special season that could end in a conference title?
Well, honestly, that is the plan. That was kind of what I've been thinking this whole year. We weren't quite sure how we would end up, what our national ranking would be. We thought of this team this year as a building year for us, since we graduated 2 seniors last year who were our 1 and 2 players. So we are developing really quickly. The girls are getting better and better all the time, and we have incredible momentum. This is our 3rd win of the year, obviously the biggest one, but we're looking forward to next year with a little bit stronger of a schedule, and we're just going to do what we've been doing and continue this streak, hopefully.
Is it just icing on the cake at this point? Just like, hey, you know what? We won our conference title. We're going to regionals now. We're gonna let it all hang out. We weren't supposed to win conference anyways. We're here at regionals. We're just gonna go out there and enjoy the moment and play some of our best golf. Do you guys kind of have that feeling? Like, you know what? We set out to win conference. We got the job done. Now let's just go have some fun.
Yeah, I think we play our best golf when we're having fun, honestly, and that's kind of been the theme of this last spring season. It's just really trying to find the enjoyment and the fun in the game, and honestly, that's when the best scores come out for us.
It's kind of funny, Kristen and Haley are kind of like hiding behind the Big West Conference trophy. It's that big. It's that big in the studio. We'll take some pictures and we'll put it on our social media as well. Final question, ladies. That golf course, was it just amazing out there? Obviously, you got to go in there focused, and you got a job to do, and you want to win conference. But it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful course. Did you take a moment to maybe kind of soak in where you were at?
Totally. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
A little different than Hanford, right?
Oh, totally better than Hanford. Yeah. No, like Haley said, it was one of those moments, or that week. The whole week was just a moment where if you weren't having fun, there's I don't understand how you could not have, because you could just look around, see the ocean, the water. You were right there. It was gorgeous, and we got to play. You had 2 practice rounds and 3 rounds of competing. I played 5 rounds at Kapalua. That's awesome. Never really gets to happen with people, so we were just really blessed for that.
So, Coach Ritchie, when you go to a place like Hawaii, do you try to do some team building stuff, kind of take their mind off of actually what's going on and how much is at stake? Do you, I don't know, do you go to a luau or do something like that? Hey girls, relax. We're gonna have fun tomorrow. We're gonna play some great golf. Just chill out a little bit. Let's go take our mind off of what's going on here.
Well, typically that is the plan when we go and play at Kapalua, because we've done that during spring break for Hawaii's spring break tournament, and we have more time. Well, that allows for that. This time we were kind of all business, but we knew what we needed to do each day with practice, and so the girls had their own free time, and we're a 10-minute walk from the beach, so they went down to the beach a few times, and that's kind of the delicate balance that needs to happen when you're competing. You know, you need to know when to be intense and when to kind of escape a little bit. And no better place than Kapalua to look around and even on the golf course and escape between shots. So I think that was a huge advantage for us, and we know how to appreciate the beauty. So it was just an absolutely amazing experience. We'll have more fun at spring break.
Yeah.
we'll go snorkeling after we're finished with the tournament.
Business first, right? Take care of some business on the course, and you girls certainly did that. Congratulations to the Lady Highlanders here, your Big West Conference champions, and best of luck next week with regionals. You find out on Monday, right?
That's right.
Where you're going? Do you have a hunch where you might end up?
You know, I'm thinking we might end up at the Palo Alto location. That's my hunch. Second choice for me would be Shoal Creek in Birmingham, which is where I went to school.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys have any intuition about
I mean, coming
it?
off Hawaii, it's like, oh, everything's downhill from there, I guess, right? I mean,
I think anywhere we go, we're going to embrace it and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
just to be there, right?
Yeah.
You won the conference, and now you're at regionals. Well, best of luck, ladies. We appreciate you joining us here on the Inland
you.
Sports Show. We got a couple more minutes before we hit the break. Could you just hang around? Because I want to get a picture with the trophy and you ladies at the commercial break. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
All right. So that was the UCR women's golf team, your Big West Conference champions. And hey, Zink, I know you're out there. Let's go ahead and move Greg Bell in here.